Today's video is short and sweet. People want things in life to be easy. They want things to come to them without a lot of struggle. In fact, there is an implicit expectation amongst lots of people that money, that fame, that fortune, all of these things that encapsulate what we see as success should come easy if we follow a certain script. Now, this script is comprised of many different elements. A lot of us grow up with underlying ways of thinking that come from our surroundings. These come from popular culture, things that media tell us, things that our role models and our parents and our friends, anyone around us in an immediate circle. Now, there are a lot of articles on nature versus nurture and all of the different things that affect our personalities. But today we're talking about how our financial picture and some of those hidden programming scripts that inform everything we think about money lead us to a certain place. Now, we all have different scripts. Some of us grow up in a poor environment and think that money is perhaps evil or something that perhaps only evil people possess. Some of us grow up thinking, I'm so poor that I only want money, and that becomes a driving force for the rest of that person's life. Some of us grow up wealthy, and because of that have less drive and less ability to go out and produce an income without substantial support coming externally. It doesn't matter what this narrative is. The only important thing is that you understand yourself, that you take some time to fully appreciate the things that you've been taught, that you've been programmed to believe. So assuming you've spent some time doing that and you have a pretty good idea of who you are, how you view money, and what you need to do to correct any sort of belief that's holding you back, there's one general principle that I'm finding a lot in today's society. This is a very prevalent thing. A lot of people believe, especially when it comes to financial growth, that hard work is not necessary. They think if they just get the education, get the job, do some investing passively, that they're going to get to the place that they want to be. In fact, in most cases, it's so hard to think about money that the choice is often to just ignore it, to not deal with the problems that are in front of you, either problems in your knowledge or problems in the strategies that you're deploying to achieve a certain end. Only those who really take the time to understand the underlying principles of money, how financial institutions work, and how wealth building works, those individuals are able to get beyond the very surface level where most people live their entire financial lives. Every day, you need to do hard things. This is not directly tied with your financial awareness and knowledge, but it will impact your life across the board. Every single day of my life, I choose to do 3 hard things. 3 things that I really dislike doing. I'll give you a couple of examples. Every single morning, whether I feel up to it or not, the first thing I do, I go directly outside. I throw a 45-pound pack on my back and I go carry this weight for multiple miles with my dog. Now, I've come to love this practice, but at the beginning, I really didn't like it. I didn't like being forced to do something early in the morning every day that was physically difficult. It now is one of the highlights of my day, but that took a lot of time to get there. Another thing I like to do is submerge myself in cold water. Now, I don't do it for all of the fluffy reasons that social media tells you to do it. I do promote it because it's hard. It is a constant mental challenge to make the decision to get into that water. I know it's only going to be terrible for the first 30 seconds. I regulate my breathing. I sit there then for 5 minutes, and the 4.5 minutes after the first 30 seconds are actually very easy. But I do it as often as I can because it is a hard thing. I also exercise every single day. I also make a choice to eat a certain number of vegetables every single day. There are other practices like brushing your teeth, flossing, things that you may not enjoy, but you have to embrace. This is the path to becoming a more disciplined person, to being able to set your sights on a goal, whether that be in your financial life or elsewhere, and actually persevere long enough to achieve that goal. Nothing in life that's valuable is easy. Some people do come to money easily, but that does not mean they're equipped with the skills and abilities to maintain and grow that money into the future. There's no way to escape the requirement for hard work in life. Doing things that you hate is a part of life, and in time you adapt to these hard things and they become easier for you. It's then important to replace old behaviors that now are more routine with new behaviors that you find difficult. This is a constant dynamic process through life. And if you want to reach financial independence, the only way to do it is through performing hard acts daily. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting that you suffer, that you intentionally do things that you absolutely despise. Just pick something that you feel resistant to. That little bit of resistance in the back of your brain is telling you that you need to actually do this. There's a reason you're resisting it. It's probably because it is uncomfortable. It creates either feelings or a physical sensation that you don't like. And that is usually what your body or your mind needs most, is to persevere through that resistance and prove to yourself that you're capable of doing hard things. This has enormous benefits when it comes to self-awareness, self-discipline, and also self-esteem. So the next time that you're thinking about money and why you're not where you want to be, pick something. Let's say you are scared to look at your debt. You're scared to look at a bill. You're scared to call about that particular collections notification that you've been receiving. Take the hard step. Do the hard thing. Deal with the problem. Any problem in your life that you have now will only compound and get worse over time. You may feel like you can put it off, but you really can't. There's damage being done somewhere, somehow, to you as an individual or to the people around you. Start now with simple habits, do the hard thing, and make it a daily practice to identify at least 3 hard things that you're doing and training yourself. Now, the end goal is not to actually accomplish that hard thing or to make that hard thing into an easier thing. The real goal is to prove to yourself that you can get through these things. Life will continue to hand you hard things forever. Prove to yourself early, often, that you can get through it by just accepting that it's something you have to do and taking the steps to get through it. I hope you found some value in today's video. As always, I would appreciate a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and definitely come back for next week's video. I'll look forward to seeing you then. Take care.